Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Donna Just Being Real, the only way to be. And today's topic is why some hookups lead to regrets and others don't. Casual sex. Okay, so my channel is about dating, love, relationships, and toxic relationship advice channel. If that's your type of commentary, feel free to hit the like, subscribe, and alert button, and also share your thoughts and opinions in the comment section. Now, I have this great article, another one from Psychology Today, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be doing quite a few of these, so stay tuned for that. All right, so this one came out in February 24th, 2022. Okay. So I'm going to read this article and I'm going to also share my thoughts during the article. And then at the end, I'll have my closing thoughts. And what you do is you share your thoughts in the comment section. Let me know. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Are you into casual relationships? Um, have you had whatever? Just want to share your thoughts and opinions. And also, if you have any viewers requests or you need advice on anything, feel free to email me. You will find that in the description. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get it. All right. Like I said, this came out in Psychology Today, February 24th, 2022. All right. Hookups or hooking up is vaguely defined as a casual sexual experience with another person without expecting a future relationship. Hookup culture is typically male dominated and inundated by sexual double standards, whereas men are often encouraged, women are shamed. Data shows that in the right context, hooking up invites pleasure, sexual adventure, and improves sexual self confidence. Hookups or hooking up is vaguely defined as a casual sex experience with another person without without expectation of a future relationship. The advent of online dating apps especially has made hooking up more popular in the last decade. Among college students, researchers show that about 50% report having hooked up in the last year. Some studies suggest that 70 to 85% of students will hook up at some point during their college career. College students aren't the only ones who are hooking up, though it's relatively common among singles of all ages. A lot has been written about hookup culture and its negative impact on people's mental health, especially for women. Many accurately point out that hookup culture is typically male dominated and emulated by sexual double standards, whereas men are often encouraged and celebrated for the hookup endeavors, and women are shamed. Mm-mm-mm. Yes, it's something else. Men can do it, but the women can. There's a problem, right? Let me resume reading. Okay. Male sexual pleasures usually get prioritized over a woman during hookups, with women being less likely to report orgasming during their experience. See? And it's just sad because sometimes the women is not really getting the full pleasure of it, but the men are. All right, resume reading. Let me read. I'm gonna reread that part again. Okay, male sexual pleasures usually get prioritized over that of the women during hookups, with women being less likely to report orgasming during their experience. Hmm. To paint an entirely negative picture of hookups and casual sex in general is inaccurate. However, although researchers show that hookups can cause decreased self esteem and increased psychological distress, there is also data showing that in a right context, they invite pleasure, sexual adventure, and improve sex confidence. Excuse me, self confidence. Understanding the variables that predict a positive versus a negative hookup experience is vital, particularly as it relates to optimizing the experience of those who engage in casual sex. A new study published in the Archives of Sexual Behavior looks for the answers for examining hookup motives. Why you hook up may be the primary determinant of how you feel after. Okay. This is listen, ladies, just stay with me because this is getting good. In the new studies, researchers recruited 470 college students who indicated that they had hooked up in the past 12 months. Hooking up in the study was defined as engaging in a physical, intimate, consensual behaviors ranging from kissing to sexual intercourse with someone with whom you do not have a committed relationship, and includes behaviors ranging from kissing to intercourse. About 72% of the participants were women and 28 participants were men. The author first asked participants to describe what their motivations was for the last hookup. To do this, they used a well-validated scale called the Hookup Motivation Questionnaire, HQM, which includes the following choices for hookup motives. So now we're going to get into the hookup motives. Okay, we have one, two, three, four, five. There's five different type of hookup motives, and I will read them. All right, one of them is the social sexual motives, the desire to have fun, pleasurable sexual experience while not feeling ready to be tied down to just one person. Social relationship motives, hooking up because you're hoping it will help lead to a relationship with the person. Enhancement motives, hooking up to explore your sexual interests and feel more sexually self confident. Coping motives, hooking up to relieve stress or as a distraction. Conformity motives, hooking up because it is what everyone around you is doing and you want to fit in. I think that's more like a teen thing, but even adults too could be the same way. I resume reading. Next, the author asked the participants to agree or disagree with two statements using a 5-point scale. My most recent hookup made me feel happy. My most recent hookup made me feel regretful. Overall, hookup for enhancement and coping motives predicted feeling happy after a hookup. Okay, so we talking about the enhancement, and which I just read. I'll repeat again. Enhancement motives, hooking up to explore your sexual interests and to feel more sexually confident. And then the coping motives, hooking up to relieve stress or as a distraction. Now they saying that these motives is the one that people feeling happy afterwards. All right, I resume reading. This confirms prior research show that hookups can sometimes increase self-esteem, sexual self-confidence. Hookup can also provide a welcome distraction from life challenges and enjoyable ways to blow off stress. On the other hand, the study shows that participants who hook up for a social relationship reason tends to feel regretful after hooking up. Now, I repeat that again. The social relationship motives was hooking up because you're hoping it will lead to a relationship with the person. Now, that's the ones that's kind of feeling a little bit on the regrets. Um, All right, and then movers and rating. This is consistent with past researches that hooking up in a hopes of forming a relationship produces tremendous anxiety. It can also lead to profound disappointment and anger with one's hookup partner when the goal isn't met. Ooh. Hooking up for conformity reasons also leads to negative emotional consequences. Perhaps unsurprisingly, hooking up or doing anything for that matter simply because your friends are doing it or you want to fit in generally leads to outcomes that generally don't make us feel good. Like I said, a lot of teens, but the adults too will do it too. But you know that happens a lot with teenagers. You know, the pressure. Okay, resume reading. Doing something out of needs for validation is usually a recipe for feelings of emptiness and regrets. The findings in this study suggest that following general recommendations when it comes to hooking up. If you're doing it out of the need to belong or desire to coax another person into an actual relationship, chances are your experience is going to lead to your own psychological distress. Mhm. So base is going to be on you. All right, resume reading. On the other hand, if you're motivated out of sense of sexual adventure, fun, excitement, a hookup can help you find that. It can also help you blow off steam and serve as a welcome distraction from life's everyday stressor. Okay, that's the end of that article there. All right, so I'm going to break this down. So this is very interesting. Now you have to know what your motives are when you're doing a hookup. Because some people have regrets and some people don't when they do it. And I'm going to repeat this again because we used the same before. It was like the social, sexual motives. The desire to have a fun, pleasurable sexual experience while not feeling ready to be tied down to just one person. Some people not really looking for a committed relationship. They just want to hook up, have a little sexual pleasure. That's it, nothing serious, and keep it moving. All right, then, like I said here, the social relationship motives, hooking up because you're hoping it will lead to a relationship with the person. Now, some people do it because they figure, oh, if I hook up with this person, have sex with this person, I'm gonna get them to fall in love with me. They're gonna be in a relationship with me, and we're gonna be serious. Don't go in thinking like that because 9 to 10 it's not gonna happen. All right, you're kind of wasting your time if you're thinking that's gonna happen. Next one, enhancement motives. Hooking up to explore your sexual interests and feeling more sexual self-confidence. So there's nothing wrong with that. Some people do that to build up their sexual self-confidence in themselves. Hmm. Long as you two is on the same page, hey, have fun. Coping motives. Hooking up to relieve stress or distraction. And I think that's the reason why a lot of people do the hookups. Sometimes just as distraction from their everyday life and, a little pleasure, a little fun, take away stress. You know, hmm, just make sure that you're being careful about it. That's the point. All right. And the last one was conformity motives, hooking up because it's what everyone around you is doing and you want to fit in. Now, if that's one of your reasons, you're going to regret it. You're going to be on the regret list. You're going to be like, why did I waste my time? You're going to feel sad. And I suggest you don't do it. But that's usually like a lot of teens, what they go through. Like I said before, teens that they have to deal with the peer pressure and all of this is so sad. Anybody who's watching, if you have, teens or even before the teens, talk to them, let them know. Do what you want to do. Don't feel pressured and forced doing it. All right, so this was a very cool article. I liked it from Psychology Today. And I just wanted to get into this why some hookups lead to regrets and others don't. Because actually, a lot of people feel that some hookups is going to be regretful. You're going to regret it, don't do it. Come to reading this article, not everybody regrets it. All right, so share your thoughts and opinions in the comment section. And also stay tuned for some more of Donna Just Being Real because I got some more commentary coming for you. And I'll probably be doing another one of these Psychology Todays because I love it. Oh, they got some great insight in here. And share it with my audience. All right, so share your thoughts and opinions in the comment section. Make sure you hit the like button. And bye. Everyone have yourselves a great day. Date smart, not thirsty. Don't forget.